We've got a fantastic stack of sources today, all about the 2026 landscape of sleep tourism in Europe.
Right.
And our mission is to understand how this trend has, well, fundamentally shifted from that passive spa culture, soft robes and ambient music, to something much more intense, like active recovery and straight-up precision biology.
Yeah.
It's not about winding down anymore. It's about optimization.
Exactly. And what's so fascinating here is this core concept that's emerging, chronocations.
Chronocations.
Yeah. Sleep is now being entirely repositioned as a performance metric. And this is all designed for that high-performance demographic dealing with, systemic burnout.
So they're not really seeking rest, are they?
No, they're seeking a biological reset.
And that reset is absolutely driven by technology. I mean, we're seeing the mass adoption of these AI-driven smart sleep ecosystems.
It's incredible.
We're talking real-time intervention where the mattress is actually monitoring you, constantly adjusting spinal support, firmness, even temperature, all based on your biometric data.
It's the complete medicalization of rest. These resorts are, for all intents and purposes, operating as diagnostic centers. They're using clinical protocols you'd usually find in a hospital.
Okay, so what does that actually look like?
Well, our sources point to two main pillars. First, there's polysomnography.
Which is?
It's basically an overnight high-grade sleep study, but instead of a sterile lab, it's happening in your VIP suite.
So a 5-star clinical assessment.
Precisely. And the second part is the application of hormesis. This is where it gets really interesting.
Hormesis, okay.
It's the idea of controlled, managed stress. So think carefully regulated temperature cycles, a calculated sauna or cryo exposure, or even restricted fasting.
You're intentionally stressing the body.
Just a little. The goal is to put the body under mild stress to trigger this adaptive cellular repair. You're basically forcing your nervous system to reboot itself, to repair itself stronger.
That makes a lot of sense because you do have to choose your reset path, right? So if you need that kind of metabolic boost, that data optimization, where do you go?
The epitome of high tech seems to be Chenot Palace Wiggings in Switzerland. Their programs are intense. They use a module called Recover and Energize with Sleep Cycles.
And what does that involve?
This is calculated rest taken to the extreme. We're talking neuroacoustic sessions and even bed linen specifically designed to recycle your body heat back to your core.
Wow.
Yeah, all of it is measured to enhance your cognitive and physical performance the very next day. It's the ultimate metric-driven vacation.
But, not everyone wants more data. I can imagine some people are exhausted just hearing about AI mattresses and performance metrics. What about the complete opposite?
And that's where the digital detox approach comes in. A place like Preithof in Italy is a perfect example.
Yeah.
This resort is Quiet Stay certified, so it's focused entirely on analog stillness. And crucially, they automatically deactivate the Wi-Fi in all guest rooms from midnight until 7 a.m.
No choice in the matter.
None. It's a deliberate policy to combat what they call electrosmog and that constant anxiety of being always on, that psychological overstimulation.
So the traveler has to decide, do you need data to optimize your biology, or do you need a deep analog withdrawal from the digital world?
That's the core question.
Okay, so whether you're calculating your recovery or just unplugging completely, you're planning a trip to Europe. Shift gears for a moment, because there's an essential digital hurdle you have to clear before you even get on the plane.
This is so important. It's non-negotiable for 2026.
Mm.
If you're a traveler from the US, the UK, or Australia, you must obtain mandatory ETIAS authorization.
ETIAS?
That's the European Travel Information and Authorization System. It's a digital pre-authorization, costs around €20, but you absolutely must secure this before you depart.
Or what happens?
You'll be denied boarding. This requirement is as critical as your passport now.
So what does this all mean for you, the traveler? Your deep dive confirms there were really two clear, contrasting paths to combating burnout. On one hand, you've got high-tech, data-driven optimization at places like Chenot. On the other, deep analog stillness and a psychological reset at places like Preithof.
But if we connect this to the bigger picture, you have to remember the price point. These high-end clinical biological reset programs can cost up to €20,000 for a single week.
€20,000.
And given that high-quality, biologically measured sleep has become the ultimate status symbol for the burnout-weary professional, it raises a really important question for you to think about.
Which is?
Is investing in a clinical biological reset the most effective way for you to truly reclaim your biological age? Or, does the very necessity of such an expensive intervention point to a deeper flaw in the modern professional cycle itself?